Hey guys, welcome back. Anna, welcome. I'm glad you're seated because you're going to want to be seated for this. This is going to be a very, very exciting time here in Odyssey. We're all very, very excited because, well, we got some guests popping by. Buzzkill, welcome. Hashtag Geniusosity indeed. And this is going to be a level of genius possibly unseen in the realms of Geniusosity, hashtag Geniusosity. No, it actually will be very similar to the regular level of live genius that I bring you every day. So you're definitely going to want to be sitting down for this one. Now we have, as I recall, even though Spike Little Girl isn't here to give me the alarm, we have a quest. So available. Tired survivors. 3 desperate refugees. And by that I mean 3 pieces of absolutely free labor. So, Martin, welcome. So their leader's called Vamp. I don't really care. They're offering to come in and work for us. Little do they know that we could just leave. Anna's saying I'm wasting valuable real estate. I am. And we discussed this last week. The optimal shape for an Odyssey starship is, in fact, a Borg ship, a cube. Rob, thank God my vents guy is here. We're going to need some vents today. Vandler, welcome. You should put refugees there. I'm going to put them wherever I can squeeze them. So we're definitely going to accept this. Little do they know they're not going to be here very long. We're going to take off basically as soon as Knife gets back. It's warm bodies is exactly what it is. So tired survivors, yes, we are doing that. Okay, everything slam into pause mode. Everything just kind of stop for a little bit. So they're here. We got Vamp, Maxie, and Rowan. All right, I already want Maxie. Gemily, welcome. Just for the name Maxie. Steven, welcome. All right, so let's go down the numbers here. Vamp, tell me about yourself. Okay, you have some skills. You're a misogynistic, pessimistic pyromaniac. That's less good. You can't do any firefighting, intellectual, cooking, or artistic. Again, less good. But you will do construction. Cool. And I could squeeze you into mining. Spike Little Girl, welcome. Good news, Spike Little Girl, I remembered to do the refugee quest without the alert. That doesn't normally happen, so don't go very far. Maxie here, good at the old intellectual, literally doesn't do anything else. No dumb labor and no skilled labor. Okay, you can work with animals. This is not, okay, 2 out of 3. We don't, Rowan, everything is riding on Rowan, and I'm pretty sure Rowan is naked. Rowan is neurotic depressive. Wow. And not one of these people can do mining. Not one of these people can do any sort of mining. That's like literally the only thing I need you to do. They can all do construction very well, which is nice, but not so much on the mining. Okay, who's the most useless of all 3 of you? I gotta say right now it's Maxie. I mean, I know Maxie does the intellectual stuff here. We could chain her to the research bench, but Knife will be back soon. Knife does all the research. So let's immediately make... right, Maxie doesn't do any of that because Maxie does literally nothing. Okay, well, when Knife gets back, Knife can be chained to the research table. I tell you what, you can be number 1 on childcare in case someone forgets to feed Harry Igor. Crimson, welcome. I need someone to do max cleaning. Rowan, you're going to be like my top cleaning person right now because you're pretty terrible at everything else. You'd love to do some hunting. All of you would love to do some hunting. You don't actually have any ranged weapons, do you? You got a club, and you've got a uranium knife. Ooh, that's pretty hardcore. Okay, let me set up some things real quick here. So, Vamp, you could be into construction and growing and plant cutting, especially plant cutting. We're going to have you chop down a bunch of trees wicked soon. None of you can cook. You can do some handling, but we don't have any... Wow, these 3 are terrible. These are the worst refugees. They're just awful. I kind of want to just take off and leave them here, but I won't. I'm a nice person like that. I'm not going to do that. I am going to make them sleep down by the power generators, however. So let's get a couple of extra beds going on here. So I need like 3 for them, and then Knife will have his bed when he gets back. And we really need to clean this place. Now, what we're going to need is clothing. Good thing I set up the tailoring bench. So let's get some bills going on here. Just do shirts until we have like 4, 5. And same deal with pants. Do that until we have 5 because we know they have ratty clothing. They always come in with ratty clothing. And I believe the kid is on The kid should be on max tailoring at this point. To Hook, you're going to be on max tailoring right now. I can back you off of plant cutting because the other refugees can do that. Okay. Turn the game optimistically on. I know you have tattered apparel. Apart from that, it's actually not too bad around here. So we'll get some trees cut down and we'll get some beds made. We've still got another 12 days until the mechs are going to show up. And in that time, we can put all our stuff together and get out of here. What I need is a teeny tiny bit more steel that I can take apart or mine to do the last power generator. There's a cougar hunting Rowan already. Already we have a problem. Okay, team. Everybody come help the refugee who doesn't actually really contribute very much around here. And all you guys just back off over here. We've got a cougar. What is it with the cougars in this world? The cougars are never happy. Where is Rowan? Yeah, Rowan, you're going to want to run faster than that, dude. I don't know how fast you traditionally run in whatever refugee camp you came from. I don't know how often they do running contests. Probably pretty often. If you're a refugee, you're running a lot. You're going to want to run like way super faster than that because the team here needs to get into position and cover you. Basically, yeah, run, Rowan. Run. Run faster, Rowan. Run. Rowan can't run very fast. Yep, there is indeed a cougar attack. Yeah, and exactly what Spike Little Girl is saying. We'll get there when we can. Okay, this is kind of a Rowan issue. He wasn't even in the colony yet. You can clear out the corner next to the machining smithing table and put an extra shelf. I could. Here's the thing, Anna. Anna, you're not new here. That's going to make me nuts. Because I've got a pretty corner, you see, and it matches the other pretty corner. It's going to make me a little nuts if I carve that out, because then the bench, it won't be against a flat wall. There'll be a little chip taken out of it. Your advice is absolutely spot on. That's exactly what anyone else should be doing. Okay? But you're here in the realms of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. And in the realms of geniusosity, hashtag geniusosity, aesthetics are important. And I have a very pretty corner and a very pretty corner. If I carve those out, it won't be as pretty anymore, you see. Now, back to Rowan and the cougar issue. Rowan, okay, the running's going fairly well for Rowan right now. He's doing okay with the running. If we wanted to maybe start shooting at... Okay, not shooting Rowan, though. Not maybe... No, actually, okay, Rowan. Okay, we've shot Rowan a few times. That's on Rowan. Hey, why don't you guys chip in? I usually disarm... Okay, Rowan's down. Yeah, Rowan's down. Rowan has not even arrived at the colony and is now down. And the cougar's down. Okay, so, yeah. That was the first engagement that happened. Knife, this is not your bed anymore. This is for medical folk. Knife can have this one. Okay, right. Knife is technically not here, right? Okay, everybody off draft. Can any of you will you even rescue him? Okay, you will rescue them. Great, good, super. Rowan's not very good at running. Hey, Berg, could you just melee attack this thing to death? Because that's some food we could be taking with us. Yep. Bertha's already trying to convert to Hook. Good job, Bertha. Well done. Just stab it in the neck. Stab it in the neck. Just stab it in the neck. Keep stab. It's not a big neck. Just keep stabbing it. Why did we put Rowan here? Why didn't you put him in the medical bed, you moron? Okay, this is on you, Vamp. This is why you're refugees. Nobody wants you. Okay? That's why. So what's your problem? You're going to be dead in 4 hours. Of course you are. You are, in fact, tending to Rowan right now. Great, good, super. Berg finished off the cougar. Berg, could you actually haul the cougar, please? Yep, haul the cougar. I see Rowan came in armed with some hardcore narcotics. Maybe that's why you're having a little trouble running there. Were you a little hopped up, as the kids say these days, Rowan? Hopped up on the goofballs? Okay, maybe that's why you couldn't get away from a cougar. All right. I am chemical free, Rowan. I can get away from a cougar. I would do that by, like, going in my house and closing the door, because cougars are not good at doors. They're famous for it. It's science. Okay, that could have gone better. It could have gone better. It could have gone worse. I bet if Rowan died, the refugees would be like, oh, that's it, we're going to betray you. Speaking of betraying us, why don't we immediately drop your weapons? Thank you very much. Yep, if you are going to betray us, I'd prefer you did it with punchy fists. Now, I might be able to deal with your shirt issue right now, because that's your only problem at the moment. Oh, I see we've got a gun down there. I should assign that to somebody. So can you wear that cloth t-shirt, please? Maxie? Maxie, where, no. Where? You can't wear it. Oh, that one's locked. Oh, sorry, it's the other way around, Maxie. You need pants. You need pants, not a shirt. Okay, I don't know if I have pants. I don't think we've done pants yet, Maxie. I don't think we've done pants. I just go without pants, kid. It's optional. Who else has problems? Vamp. You need a shirt. Okay, the shirt I can do. All right, wear that shirt. And then, I don't know, do something else after that. Maxie's in on research. Good. What are we actually working on right now? Gas operation. Yeah, we're just going to make better and better weapons. Now, that gun, you've got a short bow right now. Why don't you go get an auto pistol? Yep, got a 12-year-old with an auto pistol. Sounds like a good day. And where could I get some last-second steel? And I've got that vein over there that we're going to mine out. Could somebody go into, like, max mining? Yeah, it's Bertha. Problem is, Bertha's all obsessed with having this baby and keeping it alive. Maxie's just fallen down, just decided to sleep there. That's cool. That's fine. You go ahead and do that. And then hopefully we'll be able to get that generator up and running. That's really the last thing I want to do before we take off, because we are struggling on power. This is not steel right now. That's marble. How about the door? No, marble door. What's that? An ancient generator. Deconstruct it. It might be steel. It won't. It'll be slag. But it'll be something nonetheless. Granite urn, maybe a steel urn. That might be something we could come across. A steel urn would be nice. Nope, nothing in sight. Okay, that's fine. We'll just kind of keep going with what we've got here. Meals are back up to a nominal level at this point, something I'm slightly more comfortable with. Not really sure why we put Rowan in here. Did we tend to you, by the way? Oh, yeah, we totally tended to you. Oh, and you have psychite addiction, too. Fantastic. Cool. Well, that explains the goofballs. That explains the hardcore narcotics you walked in the door with, because you're all into that. Rowan's already going to have break risk, and he's already cleaning things up. Oh, you know what? I did not put you guys on number one on the things that we need to be number one on. Hang on. Okay, so you need to go back to bed, kid. Yep. Just go back to bed until you are healed. 1 second, please. Sorry, I spend my entire day at work talking, and then I come home on Saturday and talk. So I'm a little throaty right now. Let me put more coffee in my face. That will help things immensely. Oh yeah, that was way better. I'm glad I did that. It was a very exciting time in my mouth. All right, and this is the, yeah, that's the garbage shirt. Vamp's out cutting things. Cool. Let me get, the one thing these guys were good at was construction, so Vamp, why don't you be number one on construction as well? Back off on the plant cutting. Other people will cut trees down. Don't sweat it, kid. All right, Stench is in building some beds. That'll keep them slightly happier for a little bit. And where is the kid? Why is the kid not working on tailoring? You're going to bed? Is that necessary? Do you really need to go to bed? All right, is there anything we could be murdering before we leave? Yeah, there's a turkey and a raccoon and a mink. Go take that out. I'd like to get enough minks put together to make a coat. That's pretty much my goal right now. I feel like Mrs. David out of town, we should have gotten a 24-hour stream or something. You want to know what I did, Rob? You want to know what I did last night for, you know, oh, Dave's bachelor pad kind of thing. Mrs. Dave is away. You want to know what I did? I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake with the sound on. It was a party around here, let me tell you. Yep, that was Dave's big night. Dave's big night with Mrs. Dave out. Dave can do whatever he wants. I played video games with the sound on instead of the sound off. That's pretty much was my huge night. And I had a great time, too. Actually got past a part that I was having trouble with before. I'm like, ooh, I finally got past that thing. Wow, what a gorgeous remake that is. Unbelievable. That is just phenomenal remake of that game. Okay, what can I be doing around here? And by the way, Rob, just in case you're curious, because I know you are, that's also my plan for tonight, too. So Mrs. Dave comes back tomorrow. My big party plan is to play video games with the sound on. That's it. That's my big life. DeHook. Okay, you're into tailoring. Awesome. What was I? The cleaning thing. Can we get some people on cleaning, please? And also, anyone who should be hunting should be hunting. DeHook, you're actually really good at that. I mean, skill of 4. That's one of my better ones. Vamp is okay. Probably, I'm going to say we don't need to sew this anymore. We'll just take whatever we can get. I would get excited if I had a night alone. I could watch whatever I wanted on TV. Yeah, same here. A lot of my TV is sort of background noise. So I just watched what I normally watch, which is competition cooking shows. That's like my I would like to say my secret shame. It's not a secret. I just told the entire planet. But yeah, competition cooking shows are like my guilty pleasure. I love those things. I'm basically addicted to those things. Sorry, Rowan's going to start murdering people. Rob, I'm going to come back to that thought. I'm gonna come back to that thought because Rowan has decided to start murdering people. Worst refugee quest ever. Technically not. Worst refugee quest since the Great Pantry Fire of 2021. So, yeah, this has not gone well. Right. Cool. So, what we're going to do is we're going to convert this into a prisoner bed because we now need to go arrest Rowan, who's about to try and murder Maxie. Bertha, you seem to be local. Could you arrest Rowan, please? Yeah, there. Okay, we got him. There we go. Okay, you're off duty, kid. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, Rowan, you just camp out there for a little while until you're over your nonsense. Also, heal. Your problem was intense pain. Maybe if you stayed more time in bed, you would not be so angry about the intense pain that you're in. Maxie, by the way, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. I just stopped a murderer who was coming. You didn't even notice. It was like, oh, there's Rowan. I wonder what Bertha's doing with Rowan. Yeah, no, I just stopped you from being murdered. Do I get a word of thanks from you? Nope. I checked Maxie's social tab. I bet there's nothing in there that says, thanks, Dave. Yep, nope, Maxie tried to convert to Hook. Nothing in there about, hey, wow, thank you, Dave. I was really looking forward to not being murdered. I appreciate that. Thank you for not allowing me to be murdered. Yeah. So, that happened. Okay. What? Oh, Knife's back. Okay, Knife. Good. Great. Welcome back. Kid. It is actually good to have you back. So why don't you go kind of down here next to the kid? There's been some changes, Knife, since you were here last. In that there's 3 other people here and one of them is a murderer. Guess which one? That's a fun game. Guess which one is the murderer. How are we doing? Are we making any steel? Any steel at all would be so awesome right now. I'd really, really, really love to get that generator up and running before we try and go anywhere. And I'd like to get a few more trees chopped down so we could finish off the beds. I think I can actually just release Rowan now. He's over his nonsense, right? Yeah, low expectations. Nothing in here about planning to murder people. Oh, he's into blood feeders. Cool. I'll see if I can arrange some sort of, I don't know, crossover event. And you can go to the Sanguiphage cult. You'd love them over there. They're wicked into that. Cramped interior. Yes. Yes, it is. You're on a spaceship. Yeah, it's not known for its space. Yeah, I know that, you'd think it would be a spaceship. You'd think there'd be a ton of space in the spaceship. No, actually not so much. So you just kind of hang there, although I do kind of need you out of bed. I could start converting him. Is that smart? I mean, I don't even really like him. Actually, of the 3, he has the least negative traits. And he will do everything. Does that make sense for me? I'm just going to start converting him. And who's on number 1 wardening? Probably nobody. Bertha. Okay. Yeah, and actually, no, Maxie, don't bother, because you'll try and convert him to your religion, right? I'm just going to put everyone else on wardening, just so we make sure that guy gets fed at some point. No, you're right, Buzzkill. He's a genius. He got his own room. Right next to the exploding fuel, I might add. Maxie's feeding him. I mean, there's nothing here saying that I'm losing the quest by converting him and imprisoning him. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do that. I think I might have some more clothing for you guys, too. Who else? Maxie, you have tattered apparel. It was, what, your pants, right? Yeah, go wear those pants. They're better than your other pants, and they're green. They're very, very stylish. Okay, so there's my tattered clothing gone. The colonists are back. Stench and Bertha are having adult time, but it doesn't matter because we've snipped a little off of Stench. So no more babies coming along unless I say so. Unless I deign it to be. All right, there's some steel coming in. We are doing some mining. How much more do we need in here? 10 pieces of steel and 2 components. And I can get, what quest is expiring? Oh, Aaron the Criminal. Yeah, no, we're not going to do Aaron the Criminal. No, we're just going to take these guys and leave. Boy, are they going to be really surprised. Like, we're not staying here? Nope, we're not staying here. Go take out a rabbit before we leave. And then pretty much once we get everything gathered up, I think we're good to go. We'll get those beds made. They're not going to stay there. I have other plans for that area. I'm not really sure what they are. Yeah, a little off the top and the bottom. Mostly the bottom. Yeah, we didn't really take anything off the top. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Who could be maybe fueling that up right now? Vamp, are you one of the ones who doesn't do hauling? No, you'll do hauling. In the woods right there. Knife's outside. Knife's just having a snooze out here. So all I want them to do is just construct those beds, and we are out. Does that solve my power problems? Yes, it does. Okay, good. So I just needed another generator in there. Ah, boy, power on a spaceship is going to be tricky. Very, very tricky. Rowan's in a daze. Wow, you suck. You come in, you get eaten by a cougar, and then you try to murder your own friend. Actually, are you friends? Do you like Maxie? No. Actually, you hate Maxie. She's in fact your rival. Why are you traveling with her then? I don't... Oh, God, we're out of power again. I don't travel with people I don't like. It's real simple, Rowan. Just don't travel. Vamp, can you refuel this one now, please? I know. I don't travel with people I don't like. You don't even like Maxie. No wonder you tried to murder her. No wonder. Bertha's going to be next. Or Knife. Wow. You just met Knife and you hate him. Hardcore, dude. I'm sorry, Knife. I don't know what to tell you about this cat. Can we leave Rowan behind? Absolutely. That's not hard at all. That's actually wicked easy. Just have him be unrestricted, send him outside to go do something, and then leave. It's basically like the thing where you ring the doorbell and then you run away. It'd be like that, except horrible. Except just total horrible. Buzzkill, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And Buzzkill, that's why you fit in here. That's why your seat on the Dave train is very secure. Because I also like him because he's pure chaos. He was in here for a minute and a half before he tried to murder someone. Not like, I'm in a daze, I'm sad. No, I'm just gonna murder somebody. I'm gonna murder the person I just traveled with. You know, it's like you got off the plane. I don't know, maybe you're going to Florida. Maybe you live in Florida, I don't know. Maybe you're going somewhere else. But, let's just assume for argument's sake you're going to Florida. And, you're sitting in a seat with somebody you don't know, and you're just chit-chatting with them over time. Like, hey, where are you from? Ah, where are you from? Huh. You gonna eat those peanuts? Mind if I eat those peanuts? That kind of thing. And then when you get off the plane, you're like, I'm gonna murder that guy. I'm gonna kill him right now. Just all casual, just walk up behind him and kill him. That's Rowan. That's Rowan. So, Rowan's having a day. I don't dislike him though. I'm complaining about him, but that doesn't mean that I don't embrace him. Also, Rowan, why are you wearing no clothes? Oh, you're wearing a hat and pants, technically. Why is that not bunk gear for 44%? Okay, whatever. You got a hat and you got a pair of pants and you seem to be reasonably satisfied with them. That's fine. You keep doing that. Bertha's making some... Why is Bertha doing... Oh, she wasn't doing tailoring. She was feeding the baby. Is that baby ever going to be productive in any way, shape, or form? Still 2. I think at 3 I can get something out of them. A Roomba, none more than anything. Really should think about... I was going to say, should think about the Mechanator thing. But if I... Wow! Stench, Bertha! Every single night! How do you have the energy for that? You work all day, and then you come home and you're like, yeah, let's go. I don't know how you have the energy for that, the two of you. You're right, Anna. They better send me some slamming gifts for this nonsense. It's going to be, again, a bit of a shock because they're not going to be where they expected. So they were probably thinking, in between thoughts of murder from Rowan, they were probably thinking, we'll hang out with these guys for a while, and then we'll go down the road, maybe find somewhere we can settle there. And we pop them in here and go, and now we are lifting off. We're going many, many, many miles away. Hope you're interested in that sort of thing. The quest can go ahead and expire. That's fine. Vamp's going to have a break risk. Now, what is your problem? You're a pessimist, awful barracks. Yes, it's all terrible. Now you're sleeping in the cold. It's 60, dude. That's not cold. That's not cold at all. All right, so everything is kind of put together except the last few beds. I'd really, really like to get those done. And then we are zipping out of here. Buzzkill, that baby has seen things that, well, that baby has seen an attempt at a sibling. Little do they know that's not going to happen. Ha ha! Joke's on you, Stench. We've made permanent medical decisions about your life. And we can actually have that uranium knife. I don't want them to use it, but that's probably got a degree of value to it. It's probably not worth nothing. 55 meals. Anything else to murder? Not really. I hesitate to have them even start doing murders because we want to leave soon. I'd rather they focused on just building at the moment. Vamp's down here. You know what? We're probably good on trees. I think we've done enough tree cutting for the area. So just cancel any of that. And anything I told you to do down there, don't do that anymore. Mostly focus on getting everything in the ship. And are we making Psyche tea? Yes, we are. We've actually got 20 of it in stock. Why don't you make some more? Go ahead and make like 30 of those. Rowan has a psychite addiction, so I may as well keep them all doped up. Technically, they may be baby in full public view. That is very true. That's very, very true, Anna. Well, you know what? No privacy on a spaceship here. So, probably no modesty either. No modesty. Just, do what you gotta do. Obviously, Stench and Bertha are wicked into each other. It's probably a grief thing after losing Harry Igor. It's probably like grief love. You've both been through something horrible. And you're like, we are going to be in love now. And have lots of adult fun every single night. So, it's a grief thing. But it's working. It's working for them. And there's no more fear of babies, because I've taken care of that. So, let them do their thing. Vamp, you're doing a lot of hauling. None of it is useful. And you're going to get more fuel out of here. Keep pumping that full. Okay, great. That's neat. Why are you not doing construction, Vamp? You are number one on construction, and we've got plenty of wood to make those beds. Oh, because they're marble. No. That's very silly. No, why would you do that? I want a wooden bed in here. No wonder they weren't making them. I don't have marble. I used up all my marble. I've used up most of my wood making the nice wood floors. It's very nice in here. And they fell in love in a hopeless place. Yeah, no, it's a romantic story. They're fleeing mechs in a, rundown old spaceship, space shuttle kind of thing, and then their friend Harry Igor gets immediately killed because I didn't tell him to go to the right place. And, it's a grief thing. When you survive a traumatic event, you're going to kind of hook up. Like, that's like a thing. You have a shared trauma. And Stench and Bertha are expressing that trauma by constant, non-stop adult activity. Rowan is no longer wandering, but Vamp is. Okay, what is your problem? Worst refugee quest since the Great Pantry Fire of 2021. What is your problem? Awful barracks. Yes. Lots of things. You don't like the people who are here, and you also are disliked. I don't know how to help you. Gas operations done, though. That's very exciting. I'd like to say geothermal power, but when are we going to be around long enough to do it? Just do gun turrets. That might help. Get a couple of those set up wherever we land. That might be an okay thing to do. I see Knife's back on the old research. Knife, now that we've got Maxie here, is there anything else you do? You're primarily research. You could do some crafting. What? Oh, Igor is waking up as a child. Igor is finally a child. Thank God. About time, kid. Basic haul and clean. Welcome to life as a Roomba. Oh, I need kid clothes now, don't I? Kid's stark naked, isn't he? Yep, stark naked. Okay, can somebody make some kid clothing, please? Make kid pants. Put some pants on the kid, please. He's gonna be doing a lot of dusting. It'll probably help. And a kid shirt. Thank you. All right, kid. Good news. Where are you, Igor? Igor, #1 cleaning, #1, and then be #1 on being a patient and being in bed rest. Okay, that's it. You can be 2 on hauling. You can be, you know what? 3 on hauling. I got people who can haul. I need somebody who can clean, and you're it, kid. So there we go. You're immediately going to bed. You just got up. You literally just woke up. And now you're in bed. Fantastic, kid. Thank you so much. Where is the Vampmeister? Because, you know, psychotic wandering. Here's the thing, kid. We're leaving wicked soon. If you're not in the spaceship, you are not my problem. I wonder if that would fail the quest if I took off without one of these guys. That's a granite urn. I was kind of hoping it was steel. Maxie has inspired recruitment. That's weird. Okay. So if Maxie is technically part of my colony, if she insta-converted Rowan, would that fail the quest? You're not wrong, Dr. Avalanche, and welcome. The kids love the freezers. The kids just adore hanging out in the freezer. Okay. If I've got a lot of questions here. Hang on, coffee in my face. If Maxie insta-converts Rowan, or insta-recruits Rowan, rather, would that fail the quest? And if so, do I care? The worst case scenario is they betray us. But that's a whole bunch of people who are heavily armed, a Roomba with arms, and Rowan, actually. Rowan will join the fight. We could take them out. Can you fight, by the way, Rowan? Not really. Not really. You're kind of garbage. You could like do some crafting. I could get you to start mining. You'll get better at it. I'm gonna sit and think with that because that'll be a while. How long does that last? I don't know. Several days. I'm gonna sit and think about that for a bit. Maybe we do an instant convert there. Also, could we build another copy of that bed? I think I'm 1 shy now because Rowan's had to take up this room. All right. Rowan, let's talk philosophy, shall we? Yeah, this high crypt nonsense. I don't know if we care about that. I'd love it if you didn't believe in that. That'd be awesome. You could just not believe in that. I really do kind of want to just grab Rowan just for the scientific value. But then again, this is all about space management. I can't take everyone, and Rowan's actually not that good. A neurotic depressive, apart from the fact that was me at like 17 years old, he's going to be constantly having breaks. Because no matter what I do here, there's no way I'm getting this place nice enough to satisfy him. He's not going to get those little buffs of like really nice bedroom, really nice rec room, really nice kitchen. That's just not going to happen. And by the way, where is the kid? Igor, where are you going? Nature running. How about you didn't? Okay, you're 3. Contribute. Go clean the freezer. You guys love freezers. Go clean the kitchen. Okay, clean the kitchen. Then come talk to me about nature running. A day ago, you couldn't even run. Why are you so excited to go running now? I think, I don't think I actually like any of these refugees. I don't think I like any of the refugees. Also, hang on. Let's do don't wear terrible clothes for Igor. And you can clear those ones. So Igor should probably go get himself dressed. Right, Igor? Right, Igor? You're going to go get yourself dressed? Did you put on kid pants? Nobody wants to see a naked 3-year-old. So Oh, yeah, you did. You put on the pants. And it looks like we're working on the shirt right now. Okay. And we just did. We've made a kid shirt, so probably next time he's coming by, he'll get that. I want to release Rowan. Vamp, how soon till you're not psychotic? Because this is getting a little tiresome. I don't really like any of these refugees, which is unusual for me. I usually love refugee quests. I mean, Maxie's getting some research done, which is neat. Rowan is a murderer. And Vamp is off on a trip. I don't think this is a really good crowd at all. We could leave them behind, Buzzkill. You're not wrong. We just leave them here. I'm not going to. I'm going to see if I can get through this quest, because if they do go away, the rewards for refugee quests are just dumb good. When they say they're going to send you a nice gift, they are not kidding. It's usually something really good. So I'll keep them kind of moving along here just for that. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not even going to bother converting him. I'm just going to release him. At least he could be doing something around here. I should have Hemogym farmed him for a while. Not because I have a blood feeder, but, I might in the future. You never know when a vampire is going to turn up. So, it's good to have some of that kicking around. I also want to make sure we leave with plenty of wood for the generators, so we don't have to immediately land and start cutting down trees right away. I'm thinking about shelves in here. Shelves in here would not be the worst idea. Although, we actually have very little on the floor at this point. Ooh, we found 75 steel from somewhere? Dang! Are we mining something? Finally? At all? Igor, are you cleaning? You're nature running again, kid. Nature sucks. Why would you want to run around in that nonsense? There's bugs. And like bears and things. Oh god, the bears. Igor's gonna get hunted by something. It's just the RimWorld way. Put a baby out on the map. Every cougar in a 1 mile vicinity goes, yum. Dinner just arrived. Igor, why don't you, Igor, specifically hang out in the ship? Okay, so Igor, stick close to the ship. All right, you're stuck in there now, kid. You can nature run by the power converter. I don't know. Hang on. Coffee needs to live inside my face. There we go. Yeah, you know that kid's getting hunted by something. That's just the RimWorld way. Any child under the age of 12 put on the map will be immediately targeted. And justifiably so. If I were a cougar, which I'm not, but if I were, I'd be like, oh my god, that is so cool. I'm a cougar. Oh, DeHook's becoming an adult? Oh, thank god, you can actually get something done around here. Okay, hang on. Everybody's growing up. So, DeHook, you are now 13. Yay! How would you like to have a passion for mining? Can I double up on that? No, I can't, unfortunately. Okay, so mining, definitely. Crafting, absolutely. You're already good. You might as well get better at it. Cooking, yeah, you know what? You got a skill of 4. You could make a few meals around here. And then, I don't know, what else are you into these days? I hesitate to go intellectual. Social. Yeah, just do construction. Focus on your core skills. You're going to be a front of house kid. You're going to be a front of house kind of guy. All right? Yeah, I've got a 13-year-old Spike Little Girl. Welcome to hell. All right. A trait. Fast learner is an obvious one. That would be an... Night Owl would be the only other one that I'd pick. I'm certainly not going to pick a negative trait. I don't know why the game even offers that. Yeah, why don't you give him a negative trait? Because you know what? I know why the game offers that. Because someone like me will try and create the stupidest, worst colonist and make it work. And I will, too, because I'm a genius. You're watching live. Genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So definitely fast learner. Let's pump this kid up as quick as we can. All right, so you are growth tier 8. Wow, that's odd, because this place sucks. So now, where are you? Where'd you go, DeHook? Now you are definitely going to be on number 1 mining. I know you... the thing is, though, he's terrible at it. He's genetically terrible at it. We'll put him in there. It's going to take him a really, really long time. Make sure he just stays focused on crafting. That should be his number 1 goal right now. Maybe we drop the refugees off. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Drop the refugees off somewhere else. It's doing them a service. We're like, hey, you need a lift? They're basically planetary hitchhikers. Like, yeah, we can drop you off somewhere. That's cool. That's fine. Again, it's a weird contradiction because the perfect shape for any spaceship in RimWorld should be a box. But that's boring. Like Anna was saying, wasted real estate here, here. I could be using all of that space, but it won't look cool when I'm done with it. We get a good map for steel. I'm going to expand the front of the ship next time. Get this all up there. All up in that business. That's what we're going to do. It'll be Operation All Up in That Business right there. Vamp. Basically, we're waiting on you. Why are you in the prison? We're waiting on you to get over your nonsense. And actually, this could be not for prisoners anymore. And also not medical. So you... Wait. Where... Hang on. Where'd Rowan go? Where's Rowan? We've done gun turrets. Neat. Cool. Slam it into pause mode. Where'd Rowan go? Alrighty. Well, Rowan's out. Smart move, Rowan. Actually, really. Very smart move. Is there anything back here I need? Beer. Pemmican. Not the worst idea. Drug production. Let's get into that. I've got a lot of psychoid. I may as well start using it. So when we released Rowan, he just buggered off. He's like, I'm out. Vamp's back, though. Okay, Vamp's in, Rowan's out. And the mech thread is still in 7 days. I've actually still got a bit of time on this. Wow, I thought Rowan would just kind of rejoin the colony like anyone else. Oh, vents. Seeing as I've got a little bit of steel kicking around, let's do a vent in here. There we go. So, Berg, don't do anything creepy, because whoever lives next door to you will hear everything. Again, no privacy and therefore no modesty in a ship like this, but we'll try and keep this going. I should probably just vent everything. I bet that's what Rob would say. Rob's my vent guy. Hey, they vent everything, Dave. Just put a vent in everything. You can never have enough vents. Right. Well, Rowan left without blowing the quest. So there's that. That at least is a thing that exists. Okay. Is there anything last minute that I need to do? How close is this rice? 92% grown. Might just sit on that. Hey, Stench, could you just start... Oh, you never do hauling. Of course you never do hauling. Knife, you're researching. Harry Igor, you're cleaning dirt. Good. Could you... Outside allowed area. Right, it is. You're right. That's correct. DeHook's making pants. I can't possibly interrupt DeHook. So, kid, you could be unrestricted. Go haul all of that, please. The murderer has just wandered off. So the guy who came in and planned to murder his traveling companion is missing. We don't know where the murderer is. That can't be good. How fast does Psychoid deteriorate? Pretty fast, actually. So let's put it over here. So let's put raw resources, plant matter, and then any of these can go over there. And let's make that not critical, but important. And then let's take that off of this zone. So none of that in here. No. And then I'm supposed to grab all the shelves. Nope, those are pants, Dave. Nope, that's also a pant. Just, yeah, put it in there. There we go. They figured it out. They've got it. And we're gathering up more of it, too. Good. Oh, wow, everyone's into hauling this. Also, don't sew any of that. Not that you would anyway, but don't sew any of that. And we're not sewing that. Okay, I think a distress signal. That's the anomaly one, right? Yeah, begs for immediate assistance. Yeah, no. I know, it's possible Rowan's heading your way. He's a murderer. So the nature of the threat is, in fact, a murderer coming possibly your way. So, heads up. Just a heads up. Murderer possibly heading in your direction. Do not need the crib anymore. We could break that down. That'll be one extra tile of space in Stench and Bertha's room. Maybe I can put in a nice art piece at some point. All right, Igor vaguely earning his keep by cleaning up around here. Don't really think I need a door down here right now. I think the doors here are fine. I'm pretty sure we're ready to go. I don't know there's much else we're going to do. We've got quite a mining expedition going on here. Okay, let's do this. Cancel any existing orders. So don't bother with anything I've told you to do down here. Just take the steel that we've got and roll with it. Guys, you're just leaving without it. So yeah, you don't do hauling. Berg does though. Haul all that steel. All right, so just take what we've got, and we're gonna take off. We're out of here. All right, Igor's cleaning up blood. Probably gonna be hunted by a cougar. Maybe somebody could just get that last bit of heal root. Maybe even a little thing of berries here. Okay, just take down the rest of this stuff. And we've got, wow, I was going to say, oh, we've got plenty of food. No, we don't. Actually, no, we do not. The second we land, we're going to have to murder everything on the map. That's just not okay. We've got 13 meals and nothing else. Quite a lot of wood, though. 1,000 pieces of wood. 1,000 pieces of wood. Well, the wood fire generators will be just fine. We've got all of our fuel in the tanks. Yeah, I think we're kind of good to go. I can't see any specific reason we'd keep staying here. Could somebody maybe... You're going for a walk. Could you just grab that knife? 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 Oh, hang on. You're in the wrong area. So... No, you're in the totally correct area. Knife? Can you not... Oh, we can't get in there. How did you guys do that? I know you can cut on the diagonal, but that was dumb. That was wicked dumb. Okay, never mind. Everybody go into... Stick close to the ship. Just in case somebody's wandering. So everybody in. Everybody in. Okay, let's get this puppy out of here. We're out. So, launch. Knife and Maxi. Okay, at least the two smart people are doing it. Everybody's here. Okay, Stench, Bertha, DeHook, Berg, and Igor. I don't care about Vamp. If he gets left behind, too bad. He's not, but if he did, I'd be okay with that. So, off we go. All right. Knife and Maxi coming up there. Yes, I know the map's going to be destroyed. Launch the ship. Here we go. Oh, hi, hon. Hi. I was reasonably confident that you were not lost. What with you being in your family and all, and also probably being on a boat. Very hard to get lost on a boat. I mean, I know it's it's not a dinghy, but a boat has a very very finite amount of room on it. Okay. I hope you're having a good time. I'm sure you are. I have no doubt you're having a good time. So we would be heading in... the group was all curious as to what my big night was without you here. Did Dave party hard without you here? And I explained that I played video games with the sound up. That was my big night. Me and the cat sitting on the couch playing video games with the sound. I mean, the cat wasn't playing video games. Actually, the cat wasn't even on the couch. The cat was up in the closet. Cat's having a bad day because cat has no idea where you are. And the cat has been very needy. So we could get over to like any of these spots. All right, what do we got? Year-round growing, berries, very flat. So like no steel. Small hills. Okay, that sounds better. There's actually agave fruit over there maybe. That'd be fun. Get some agave fruit. Anyone we should murder while we're in the neighborhood? No, I'm not really there. That's a logging site. I definitely don't need wood. That's an actual faction. Probably don't kill them. No, I just want to keep heading as far this way as possible because the next jump we could get to there. So let's re-examine some of these areas here. So this was small hills. Okay. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good. What about like right here? Large hills. All right. And again, maybe possibly some agave there. Yeah, Kitty's having a bad day. Kitty's been super, super needy and is very confused as to why you're not here. So I've had to give like twice the amount of head rubs because he's not getting any from you. So he's asleep now. He's gotten over it. Good to know that the cat's affection for us lasts about 4 hours before he forgets that we exist. This is looking pretty tasty. Slate marble, limestone, large hills. Very close to the place I want to be. I think we're going to swing over here. Yep. It's near polluted tiles. Acidic smog every 217 days. Well, I'm not going to be there 217 days for one thing. Well, but let's try again. So, wait, where were we there? Come down here. That's probably the pollution right there. That's going to be the pollution. There's your pollution. How about pollution here? No pollution here. All right, so let's give this a shot. All right, so we're taking off. The ship looks good. It's a good-looking ship, in the sense that it looks like a spaceship, and a squished bird. It looks like a spaceship and a bird that's been run over many, many, many times over multiple days by potentially hundreds of cars. Hundreds of cars have squished that bird flat. Okay, what do you got for me here? Oh. Okay, boy, when they said arid, they weren't kidding, were they? That sure is arid. I don't see a lick of steel immediately. I don't see that. I see some components. I do see components. I don't see the tiniest bit of steel. Okay, some down here. Got something. Okay. Better than nothing. Oh, bye, hon. Thank you. Have an awesome night. I will see you tomorrow when you get home. Wow. A little jade down there. That's not bad. Oh. Okay. Like, absolutely no steel on this map. All right, we're not going to stay here very long. We're going to be out of here pretty quickly. There's a little bit of fertile soil there, but a little more down here, actually. And that's reasonably close to the steel. And that jade. That is jade, right? Yeah, that's definitely jade. Maximize space, build a square spaceship. It is. It's very efficient. It's very efficient. But it's boring. I mean, we've got this ability to do cool corners and stuff. But yet the most efficient space is a square. It's a Borg ship. I think we're going to land here. I think that's the move. We're going to land right about there. That will give me a little room to expand up. Wow, this is a map. Just do one more check, Dave, for steel. There's a little bit up there, but I don't have the fertile soil up there. There's more things I want down here. Woo, this is garbage. This is absolutely garbage. You missed Rowan. Did he die or did you leave him behind? Little column A, little column B, Anna. So we released him. Badger, welcome, welcome. We released him as a prisoner. And one would normally assume that he would then rejoin the colony. No, he just buggered off. He left. He left the map. He was like, okay, cool, I'm out. I was a prisoner, you released me. That's how releasing a prisoner works. I just get to leave. When you get out of prison, the prison doesn't tell you to stick around. I just leave at that point. So he did. He just wandered off. Nobody seems to be upset about this. We haven't failed the quest. The other refugees are still here. They probably hated Rowan too. I mean, he did try to kill Maxie. Maxie's probably thrilled. Maxie's probably like, thank God the murderer is not here anymore. That guy tried to kill me. Please, just leave him. Just let him go. So we're going to go over here. There's more things I want over here. I see some stuff we could be deconstructing too. Get really lucky. Part of that might be made out of metal. Not just metal. Metal. We've had a teeny crash. Teeny tiny crash. That's fine. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. Okay, everybody hold tight. We got things to do here. First of all, everyone can go in unrestricted. Okay? Except Harry Igor, why don't you go in the home zone? Okay, why don't we keep you a little close? Because you know you're going to get eaten. What's this? A fennec fox. Oh, that's fun. What animals are here? Is there anything really cool? We've got emus, we've got ostriches, we've got vultures. Oh, there's all sorts of cool stuff here. Not a lot to eat is what I'm immediately seeing. However, I mean, obviously start the murders. That goes without saying. Just start killing everything on the map. Just exterminate everything that lives that won't fight back. Wow, ostriches, 100% chance to fight back. We're probably, I can definitely see having to do a kill squad on this map to take out the mega sloth, maybe the rhinos. We'll have access to better weapons if I can get some steel mined. Probably don't bother with the sparrows. Probably not a lot of meat on those. We can take out some rats. Okay, what else is around here? I'm going to start setting up. All right, with what I have. Anna, I didn't like him that much. And I think that's probably the part you missed. The part you missed was not where's Rowan. The part you missed was about the conversation about any of these refugees. And none of them are very good. And with Odyssey, my normal move is just take literally any warm body that shows up. But I can't do that. We don't have the space. They're all miserable because they live in a spaceship, a very, very small spaceship. So I can't take everyone, and all 3 of them are pretty terrible, actually. They all have really hardcore negative traits. So we're gonna try and get through the refugee quest, because they will send us a nice gift if it's done. Apparently they don't care about Rowan. But we're not going to sweat too much having them join us. We're not going to worry about that. So let's do a growing zone. Oh, this is going to be miserable. Like that for, say, rice. And then another one here for potatoes. Actually do the potatoes in this one, and then this could be the rice, because rice grows quickly anyway. So rice in there, potatoes in there. Everyone go off and start doing a thing. This is an awful map. You're not wrong. I don't think we're going to spend very long here. I think we're just going to get our nonsense together and jet, quite literally. We do need steel, like you read about it. I don't know if you read about steel very much. I don't. I don't subscribe to, like, Steel Monthly. I will definitely take the jade. We're not in the art game yet, but we will be at some point. And, of course, I'm still at the situation where nobody really likes mining, and nobody is any good at it. I would love if we got a bulk goods trader to wander by who just had a ton of steel. Just so much steel on the map. Bunch of sparrows down here. I could put up something down there in the fertile soil. I don't know what. Wow, this map is garbage. What are these made out of? Limestone, sandstone. You know what? Start deconstructing some things. It wouldn't be a bad idea if we had a bunch of stone blocks. What's that? A steel urn. Fantastic. Is this all steel? Oh, it is. Okay, great. Is there a roof on there? Find that out now, Dave. No, there is no roof on there. Great. Deconstruct literally everything that's in there. So just deconstruct all of that. That's all nice steel in there. Okay, that'll be something for the kids to do. They'll love that sort of thing. This map is terrible. We are not going to be here very long. But then again, the whole... Wow! Stench, Bertha. Just, like, take a break. I'm just thinking chafing at this point. The point of this is we are now one jump away from this, the ancient stockpile. I don't know what's going to be there. Probably something horrible. But I want to go there and get a thing. I don't know what the thing is, but I want it. Also, I'd like to go there with way better weapons. So let's make an SMG and an LMG, because it's just fun to say MG. Okay, so get those going along. The kid will be on that. The kid loves crafting. He does, actually. I forced him to love crafting. So he's definitely into crafting at this point. All right. Wow. Okay, that's going great. Is there other steel on the map that I could deconstruct? Because that's going to go so much better than mining. No. I could put up... What is this made out of? That looks like limestone. Yep, limestone. That's appalling that I can just look at a wall and go, that's a limestone wall. Because it's RimWorld. Can't do that in, like, the real world. That's slate. All of these. That looks like steel. No, that's marble. I was misinformed on that one. Anything else I could be deconstructing? That'll be a really, really fast way of getting some things. That's slate. Oh, wow. Now, there's a little bit of steel up here. And a little bit more in there. Area revealed already. What'd you do? Oh, you're deconstructing all of this. Yeah, no, that's fine. Is this... Okay, steel urn. Yeah, deconstruct that too. There's a whole bunch of steel here. We figured out how to make drugs. That's cool. So let's do psychite refining. You know what? That's what I'm going to put up in that soil down here. See, I've got... If I had geothermal, I could just plug in a geothermal plant and run it until we have to leave. But I feel that's a waste of all those components and a lot of steel. That's like 300 steel to do that. So do a psychite thing down here. Psychite, whatever. Do a psychoid plant down there. All right. Do you have chem fuel left for the jump? Yeah. Yeah, I've got enough right now. And we'll start to make some more. Exotic goods trader. Okay. Something. Start making some more chem fuel. We got tons of wood. We got no excuse not to get that. The murders are starting to happen. That's fantastic. You know what? Take out the sparrows. Just kill everything that won't fight back. So great. An exotic goods trader would be fantastic. Where are they kind of coming from there? You could actually check that, Dave. There's a thing that says jump to location. Look at that. Jump to location. There they are. They're right there. You could have just done that at any time. Can anyone talk to anyone? Maxie, you're pretty good at that, aren't you? Don't you like chit-chatting with people? Yeah. You don't do anything else. I mean, you literally do nothing else. But go chit-chat to these people. Go talk to Gallagher. Ask him about the watermelons. Ha! See the reference there? Okay, what have you got? I have no money, so this is somewhat irrelevant. Oh, you have 4 advanced components. That's enough to make a grav anchor. I don't want to save this map. Let me be very clear about that. But that is enough to make a grav anchor. Rifle mastery and self-improvement. Shooting and intellectual. I've already got a shooting one. I don't really need 2 of those. And that's shooting and crafting, which is even better. Perspectives on structures, construction, and medical up. Now, that is very good. That is very, very good. I don't really have anything to sell them. It's not a question of I don't want to buy things. I do. Because I don't have any money. You know what? You can buy that shard. We're not getting into any anomaly stuff anytime in the near future. I have no food. They have yaks. They have yaks. Sell the baby. It's not a bad idea. Very little value on a small child badger. Very little value. God, I'd love to have that advanced component or 4. I simply can't afford that. I mean, I literally can't afford it. I could get 1. Oh, no food to buy. Whew, a gene pack for super healing? That would be great. I probably should take the money. I should get into the art game. Because I'm just not able to do anything with any of these traders. I'm just gonna take the money and run on that. A new thing. Ancient chem fuel refinery. Oh, that's fun. I bet it's an ancient chem fuel refinery. So, what's that? No, not that one. There we go. Ancient chem fuel refinery. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the ancient chem fuel refinery. Where is that in relation to? See, that's going the other way. We don't really want to go back that way. We like the way we're going right now, even though this is a terrible map. Okay. So I did say I wanted to extend the ship, but we don't have a lot of steel. DeHook is shooting a vulture, I believe. Good job, kid. Well done. Good job with the vulture shooting there. Great job. Are we starting to... Yeah, we are starting to plant. Okay. Yep, Vamp's out here planting. And we'll get down and do that. May as well get those out of there. Let's get somebody back onto... Bertha, are you still on #1 mining now that you don't have to feed your baby all the time? Yep, with a skill of 1. A skill of 1. Cool. Who else could be doing this? I mean, maybe Stench. We're not doing a ton of construction right now. May as well. Put him into that. And Vamp, you can technically do it. I want you to focus on plants, but once you're out of plant things to do... Why am I out of power? Why am I out of power? Why is this lamp always fussy? I hate this lamp. Yeah, did somebody toggle it off? I must have hit toggle off when I meant reconnect. Someone will get that eventually. Okay. Chem fuel will be made, and that'll top off our tanks, although not that we really need to go very far. Do we have people that can kill? I mean, broadly, yeah. Broadly. Yeah, I mean, Berg's really good. What are you armed with? A short bow? I should get you a better weapon. Well, we're actually working on that. When the kid gets up, if we've got the steel and components to do it. What am I at with components? 14. Okay, it's not a lot, but it'll be enough to make at least 1 or 2 decent weapons. Stench, not so much. Bertha's pretty decent, and she loves doing it. She loves shooting and punching. She's basically like one of them European football fans, soccer fans. She just loves shooting and punching people. Just loves to punch people. It's like her weekend activity. Knives, actually, you know what, Anna? I actually have a really good round of combatants. They can't do much else. But boy, can they kill. They love to kill. Even DeHook's pretty good. Look at that. 7 with a burning passion. He's 13. You know many 13-year-olds who have a skill of 7 in shooting? The trade caravan's leaving. Oh, they left us a gift. A Muffalo Wool Kid Romper. And a Disruptor Flare Pack? Is that an anomaly thing? I think that's an anomaly thing, isn't it? Shoots Disruptor Flares. Capsule of Bioferrite. Yeah, Bright Flash. Local Psychic Disruption. Stuns psychically sensitive creatures. Okay, so if I had Sight Stealers or Revenants... Oh god, I hope I don't ever get Revenants. Ever. And it's okay, so it's like a flare gun for demons. Cool. And a romper. So, yes, Anna, the answer to your question is my gang loves to kill. Loves to kill. Actually, Igor, can we get you started on that? I know you're 0 now. Would you like to be better at it? Because I'd like to get you to start killing things, basically. You can't do that because you're 3. They just don't let a 3-year-old with a gun. Cliff Richard's Summer Holiday has never been better. Scary part is I know that song. That's the terrifying part right there. I actually have several unowned beds. Knife, why don't you have this bed? Why don't you have a private bedroom? There you go. It's a small private bedroom. It's a private bedroom nonetheless. And I could probably ditch this bed. Just pack it up for right now. Fibrous mechanites, are you serious? Really with the fibrous mechanites? We just got over muscle parasites. I think. Maybe it was this run. I don't know. I get the 3 of them confused. You know what? For right now, just make that... Well, wow. Psychic refining is done already. Cool. Do something else. Get into microelectronics. Get into this. I'd like to say solar panels, but that's not necessarily realistic because I can't pack them up. Cannot build because they're quite... Yeah, I don't care about people who don't like things. Confirm that. So let's make this back into a medical bed because apparently we need that. Igor hopped right over. DeHook wants a look change. Wait, what? Are you transitioning to Hook? What is you want a look change? Okay, I'll see what I can do, kid. I'll see what a look change. You want to change it. Well, what exactly do you want, kid? This is the problem with teenagers. Okay, I want to be different, but I don't know what I want to be. When you have a clear vision, DeHook, I'm all about visions, okay? I have them frequently. It's led me to geniusosity. #geniusosity. When you have a clear vision, DeHook, you can't see me pointing at you, but I assure you I am pointing at you right now. When you have a clear vision of what you want to be, let me know. And I will do everything in my power to help you with that. But all you said now is, I would like to be different. I don't know what I want to be, though. Do you see my problem there, DeHook? Do you want me to shave you? Do you want me to paint you a different color? I can do many of these things. You know, I can't remove their tail. You'd think that would be a medical operation. I can't remove your tail, as Buzzkill is suggesting here. So there's a psychic soothe. Everyone has fibrous mechanites. Everything is kind of awful. That's fine. We're not going to be on this map for long. Could somebody like DeHook, who apparently is confused, go refire the generator, please? Badger, you're not wrong. Everybody loves a good human leather hat. Any human leather clothing is just, first of all, incredibly valuable. For one thing, very, very valuable. And also stylish and delightful. I do see we're pulling in some steel. How much steel do you think I have? Oh, wow, 830? Really? Wow, that's awesome. Who has tattered apparel? Vamp, what's your problem with life? Because that's an easy one to fix. Your pants. Can we get a pair of pants for the kid, please? Yeah, birdskin pants. It's pants made out of feather. There you go, kid. You're happier now. Yes, we do have low food. You're right. Yes, we do have low food. That's correct. We're working on that. There's nothing left on the map. Okay, it's got to be kill squad time. I don't suppose the kid has made anything at all. You're reading a book. I'd like to have some better weapons. Berg short bow, machine pistol, shotgun, auto pistol. Wow, my weapons suck. My colony are very fighty, but their weapons are... I got a low-tech bunch of killers here. I'd like to go get that mega sloth. I mean, it's all slothy and tasty, and it's asleep. It's basically begging to be shot. Ooh, there's more fertile soil up here. Let's just try and get some more stuff going on here. So how about another one of those that is... sure, potatoes. Yeah, potatoes are fine. I want to go take that thing out. Oh, wow. Bertha, are you actually getting good at this? I see you're going slightly faster than usual. Nope, still mining of 1. Yep, still that 1, huh? Not really getting any better at that. Okie dokie. Neat. Now what? I need a drug lab if I'm going to produce drugs. That kind of goes without saying, really, doesn't it? Not going to get one of those anytime soon. I could start to work on expanding the ship. I'd like to expand, like, here, here, and then up here, which is wholly inefficient. Dumb. I should just make a big box. That's all I should do. Just a big box. I can carve it up from there. But I don't want to do that because it doesn't look cool. There's a manhunter pack. Well, there's some food. Man-hunting flamingos. Oh, Vlander, you're right. Just let him go through his goth phase. We all did. Man-hunting flamingos. Yep, you saw it here first. That's right. Man-hunting flamingos. How many? More than one. Okay. And they have scaria, too, so we're not even going to be able to eat them. Everybody who loves shooting things, come on out here. We're going to take off against some, yeah, that's right, flamingos. Angry flamingos. Very, very angry flamingos. They hate everything. They're tired of being stereotyped of sitting in lawns all day. Everybody shoot the flamingos, please. Oh, yeah, wow, when they fly really fast, don't they? Birds tend to do that. Yep, oh, wow, when they get aggro, they ain't playing around. That is both funny and terrifying at exactly the same moment. One of them does not have scaria, so let's get that. To hook. No. Get the flamingo. We're gonna eat that. How banged up did you get, kid? Oh, you're fine. You got one tiny little flamingo bite there. That was terrifying and funny at the same moment. Just a death flamingo flapping at me. To hook, you'll be fine. Don't even sweat it. And it's food. The other two, unfortunately, have scaria, but we'll learn to cope. Back to, now that everyone's up, kind of revisit my idea of killing that mega sloth. What else was on the map? A couple of rhinos. Yeah, the ostriches will guarantee go aggro. They're just immediate aggro. The mega sloth and rhinos, I mean, they're going to. Because I'm going to shoot them a bunch. Okay. If I wanted to start extending the ship, because this is kind of my thing. Every time we land somewhere, we're building a little bit more ship. So what if I got 111 panels, and not a small amount of steel. We've got almost 1,000 pieces of steel already. So how about we did? Oh, no. Don't do anything that I just told you to do. I'd like to get a nice diagonal out of this, which is dumb. As Rob said, the most efficient thing to do is a square. But we're not doing that because it's me. So we're all just coping with the information we've been given right now. However, I will at least allow myself to do a little more square-ish. Okay, so what did we learn the last time I tried to duplicate this? Do it at the same time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then on the diagonal, we're going to draw to there. And everybody stop. Don't start building anything until I'm satisfied with this. And then to there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. And then fill this out. So that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And guess what? A little bit of that. And then with whatever I've got left over, I'm going to make a new nose cone. Because I like saying nose cone. It's fun. All right, back to work. And then I'll figure out the hull later. Okay. Better. Now I could think about, if I consider this whole area, because there won't be beds down here forever. If I consider this whole area to be kind of a production facility. I did say I was going to put up the table for them, and I never did that. I'm such a jerk. How about we move this thing, this shelf. These are steel shelves, too. I should just deconstruct these and put up wooden shelves where I've got a ton of wood. Yeah, get rid of all of these. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct all these steel shelves. I've got tons of wood. Why don't I just make things out of wood? So, furniture, shelf, wooden shelf. All right, put one there, And where else could I squeeze one of these in? Nowhere, really. DeHook's fully healed. Yeah, walk it off, kid. I feel if I put shelves here, that is not going to interfere with pathing. We're going to find out. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put a small shelf. Make sure that's made out of wood down here. There we go. Okay. I don't think they're going to have to walk through things. They might move a little bit slower, but where are they going? It's the back of the spaceship. Hurley, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think nose cone. I think it's funner to say nose cone. I see what you're saying there, Anna, but I don't want to get in trouble from YouTube from saying that too many times. That could be a problem. Vamp's up here constructing the spaceship that he will never enjoy, because he's going to leave at some point and go away. Okay, I'm kind of seeing how this is coming together. I could make one slamming private bedroom in there. I have to see what it looks like when the hull is up. And DeHook's... Wait, DeHook, why are you cooking? Why aren't you working on the gun? Okay, DeHook, can you do this? Yeah, prioritize working at the machining table. Why were you prioritizing cooking? Because you're a 2 on that. And you're a 2 on crafting. Okay, no, be a 3 on cooking. Berg's got cooking covered, kid. Don't worry about the cooking. We'll get cooking taken care of. You don't even worry about that. The baby's actually doing fine. Getting some cleaning and hauling done. Again, I did put you on... Yeah, home zone. You know that kid's getting hunted by something. You know that thing's getting hunted. So a nose cone is the bridge. Good, well, it is the bridge. Hang on, shelter for allies. What do you want? What do you want? The Exochrome Counselor. Oh my god, I'm totally changing my name to Exochrome Counselor. That's so badass. I should probably let Mrs. Dave know that, because then her last name's going to be Counselor. Which would be weird. She's already changed her name once. 2 Outlanders. Okay, so it's a prisoner quest. At the SS Geniusosity. Hashtag Geniusosity. Okay, they're not going to do any work. Wait, no, hang on. Rescue 2 Outlanders. Okay, from an enemy jail. Okay, so it's not a prisoner quest. It's just hold on to these guys and just let them hang out. And then in 7 days, they're out of here. They're not going to do any work. But I could get a lot of goodwill and a Psilink Neuroformer, which would not be a bad idea. Be a way to get one without actually going through the royalty gig. Let's do that. They're just going to hang out. They'll be miserable. I will gain goodwill if they're above 50%. They won't be. They won't be. But sure. Let me see if I can get a Psilink Neuroformer out of this. So you guys, why don't you also, Danny and Moosey, be in the home zone? Don't go far. Don't go very far. Just kind of stick close to home around here. And then you're going to be miserable, but you're just going to have to deal, frankly. Okay, Vamp's getting that side of the ship put together. That's going to look fun. And then definitely a new nose cone. The nose cone will be the bridge. I'm going to move the launch area up to that. Now, how many panels does that leave me? 45 panels. Yeah, it's a good thing we're kind of getting closer to those grav tiles. Hopefully we can actually get something done there. DeHook, now that you're #1 on crafting, why don't you take time off from that, because those take a really long time. Just go about your business. What? Oh, it's just a meteorite. Okay. I can cope with a meteorite. Yep, I've coped with the meteorite. Did kind of land on that geothermal, but that kind of means nothing to me. Let's get back to the idea of the kill squad. So, where's the Mega Sloth today? He is over there. All right, team. We're going to go murder a large, inoffensive animal. If the kid can leave the home zone, how he's going to be able to run from his mom. True. Very true. It is very Hammerhead looking right now. It's kind of looking backwards. This is supposed to be the front up here. And this is supposed to be the back. But it does kind of look a little bit backwards right now. Again, I will reiterate, as Rob has said, and as anyone else would agree, the optimal shape should be a box. Just a Borg ship. A big cube. Then you could optimize your space inside. This is all wasted real estate. But it looks cooler. Team, we're going to go murder, again, a large, inoffensive animal. So, because we need to eat. Okay, the eating needs to happen. We might even take out that ostrich while I'm here. I haven't ruled that out. Everybody kind of line up here and get ready for the murders. Comfortable distance away, because this thing will definitely attack us. Okay, so everybody attack. Okay, that didn't go well. DeHook, Cannot hit the broad. Yeah, it's already gone into revenge. Oh, Tohook, you're dead. You're so dead, kid. Wow, this thing is a tank. There we go, got it. Okay, that's one. Do we want to... Oh, the ostrich has kind of wandered off. We might go for rhinos later, but let's just focus on the win here. So haul the mega sloth, thank you. That's going to be a good bit of food for a while. Who has tattered apparel now? Moosey? I don't even think I can take your gear off you, can I? I guess I can. That's locked, and that's 27%. Okay. Can we get a shirt for the Moose Meister here, please? Moosey needs a shirt. There you go. Light leather t-shirt. Sounds delightful. Actually, can we get some agave? I said there was agave on the map. Let's get it. Oh, wow. That's actually more than I really need. How about we just kept it to around this area? That's going to be some food. People like that sort of thing, right? Looks like a bird-shaped sticker you put on a window that birds don't end its bird-shaped sticker. I see what you're doing there. Okay. Vamp's got working on this. This is good. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted. I don't know where we came up with all that steel. I'm just happy we have it. That's all I want. We should probably make like a put the rotten animals over here thing, but I'm less inclined to care about that. Let me revisit the idea of deconstructing something for resources. I already looked at that. Wait, is that a steel table? That's a marble table. You looked at that before, Dave. Anything else? Actually, there's some berries around here, too. Why don't we get a few of those? So get some berries under control. Any food is food. That is a very philosophical statement that I just said there. Any food is, in fact, food. Yeah, I don't really want to go up against the rhinos because they're friends. I'll take out one rhino, but two is kind of pushing it. And I should really take advantage of all these components. Just get them. It's not going to be a bad idea if we get them. Okay. He's almost done with this. I can start drawing the hull for the other side. So that. See, I shouldn't put a hull here. This should just be empty, but that's going to make me just berserk. I will be so unhappy with that. And then you can start over here, too. Also, nobody block themselves in there, by the way. Just don't like live in there. I can make this a private bedroom, or a hospital, or a prison. A dedicated hospital might be a reasonably smart idea, Dave. You know that, right? You know that would be a good thing to have, an actual hospital, rather than just randomly converting beds into hospital beds. You could actually get something going on there, or more private bedrooms. Speaking of which, we've got a ton of wood. Why don't we start prettying the place up, one bedroom at a time, I say. So let's have some delightful wood floors in Berg's room. And then, Berg, you can have an end table. I do not really have room to put in the bureau. It's just not going to happen. Stench has inspired creativity. Cool. You do your jam, man. And then also a wooden end table. Wait, what did you say that was? Yeah, wooden end table. I could probably get the bureau in there. I can get a bureau in there. It's going to be wicked cramped. But go ahead and put it in there. What the heck? And then put down some wood floors. Guys, like my first apartment. Put all that in there. Get this place looking nice. So, okay, masterwork what? A masterwork end table. Well, that'll be nice. And how's your bed? It's a good bed. It's a nice bed. Okay, here. No. Just do them one at a time, Dave. It's easier. We want nothing rotten. We want no food. We want none of this. No plant matter. Stone blocks is actually fine. You can put that up there. Yeah, any of these other things are basically fine. No corpses. Yeah, okay. And then copy all of that, and then just paste all of these things in here. Paste it to that. Paste that. Did we ever... Yeah, we did deconstruct the thing up here. What is that? One piece of hardcore narcotics. Neat. Okay. Ritual opportunity. The free fiesta. I love the free fiesta. Also, actually, that's not a bad idea. I should put a campfire up so we can burn the garbage clothing. Yeah, I should have done that ages ago, like when we landed, but here we are. So, yeah, somebody put a campfire up there. We'll burn garbage clothing. And anything new to murder? Actually, yes. Iguanas and quails just entered the map, and we'll be immediately leaving it. Great, you keep coming. I'll keep up with the murder. Okay, see, this is going to make me nuts. That's going to make me nuts. I may learn to cope with that. I may be okay with that one. Bertha's on a shooting frenzy. Who isn't, I say. This I don't really need, though. That one can go. And so can that one. And then duplicate this over here and then just do it different when it's done. Because that's the only way my brain works with these things. That and that and that. How about a door in here? Just a wooden door. We'll be fine. A wooden door in there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. I don't really know what these rooms are going to be yet. Would a horseshoe pit entertain them? Yes. Yes, it would. That'll give them something to do for a little bit. So pop that over there. The Whoosy McWhat's done. So let's do a bill to burn apparel. And then do anything under, like, yeah, sure, 53%. Yeah, anything. Just anything under 53%. Just burn it. And do that forever. Or until we leave. One of the two. Until we leave. Okay. If anyone wanted to hunt... What, Danny, what happened? What happened with Danny? What are you... Oh, it's a mad hare. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Danny, you might be overreacting here a little bit. You might be overreacting. Okay? No need to waste time burning the clothes. It'll give the kids something to do. You know, it'll get... could you two, like, just deal with your nonsense and come over here? Now you're all injured. Come way up here so we don't accidentally shoot you. And when you know that's going to happen. Can you just kill this thing, please? There we go. Okay, that's better. All right. Everybody off draft. Really, Danny? A bunny. Got all... look, Danny, there are bunnies in my backyard. There's probably one there right now. They're always there. Okay? I am in no way threatened by them, even if they went nuts. Even if they're like, okay, we're all going to try and kill Dave. Because he doesn't let us in his planting area where all the yummy vegetables are. And we have to eat the baked tomatoes that he leaves out for us. Yeah, I do. I leave out specific vegetables. So they don't eat the ones that I don't want them to eat. So I got to tell you, even if that rabbit goes insane, even if there's 2 or 3 of them, I'm not real threatened. I get one swift kick, and I have dealt with the rabbit problem. Okay, that's all it is. And are we, Danny, are we tending to you? Mr. I'm going to run away. Look at this. A few quick bites. And you're all panicky. Oh, no. I can't do anything about the rabbits. Okay, so that's come together. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. I'll draw some power up there, because why wouldn't I? So put some power up there, and then some power... Maybe we could... Oh, hang on. Maybe we could start doing some hydroponics in here. I don't know if I've got the power to do that, though. Like, just the flat-out electricity. I mean, it only runs for half the day. Maybe we could start to put together some hydroponics. Room should be a little bigger than that. I'm not going to be able to get much in there. The Dusseldugs are back. Actually, they were never here the first time. Could we get everyone just briefly in the stick close to the ship one? Because I just get everyone home, and then we'll figure out the raid issue. So, where are they? Oh, it's one guy. It's one guy with a club. Oh, it's like day 2 RimWorld. It's naked guy with a knife. It's one dude. Send Igor out for this one. I think the 3-year-old can handle this. It's an 18-year-old girl with a club and nothing else. It's a naked 18-year-old with a club. You actually have 16 herbal medicine. I will kill you just for that. There's your worth right there. Your worth is in that herbal medicine. Okay. 18-year-old naked girl with a club. I'm hard-pressed to take this seriously. This is like the flamingo thing. Like, I'm laughing and scared at the same time. Cool. You guys just stay in the ship. Just do your jam. Whatever you want to be into is cool. You're kind of on... Okay, they're beginning their assault. This should go very quickly. So, everybody line up over here. I know. The flamingos weren't bad enough. Now we have a naked 18-year-old girl with a club coming at us. Here we go. Okay. Just kind of wandering down here. I think this is going to be fine. I think we'll be just fine with this. I don't think we need to sweat this too much. I could take... Oh, I should take the chair out and put a shelf there instead. That would make way more sense. Way more. Then it'll be kind of more aesthetically pleasing to me. So yeah, maybe I'm ignoring the raid. This is fine. I will keep half an eye on it, but not much. I do have animal war call. Is there any of those ostriches kicking around? No, sadly not. Oh well. So just shoot the naked lady here. There we go. They are tanks. The Neanderthals are complete tanks. They'll suck up bullets all day. We've dealt with that problem. Yeah. Okay. Problem has been solved. You're very dead, and I got 16 herbal medicine out of that. That's awesome. Let's do a... Let's not look at the corpse area. So do a dumping stockpile zone. I don't know, like over here. We probably won't be over there. And let's put all of, yeah, rotten or fresh corpses. No animals, no mechs, no entities, no drones, and no colonists. There we go. Okay, somebody will deal with that at some point. Well, not everyone. Many people can go back on unrestricted. Igor, home zone. Danny and Moosey, home zone. And then everyone else can go to unrestricted. All right, I don't need someone hunting that kid. Okay, slam it into pause mode. I need to reevaluate here. I've got 2 rooms. I actually didn't have a clear plan for them. This could very easily be a construction area, like a production room. I could move all of these tables into there very comfortably. Or I could start putting together some hydroponics. Now, I don't have a lot of steel. I have some steel, but not a ton of steel. But I could get in. We do know hydroponics. I don't have a ton of components, but there's components on this map. I could get some components out of this map. I'm concerned about the power more than anything. The 2 generators only produce 2,000 power. And I believe that lamp is 2,500. If I'm not mistaken. Show me sun lamps, show me things. Doodly doodly, 2,900. So just mathematically, I cannot power that thing. It would drain the battery in seconds, and then the lights are off. So probably not hydroponics, not right now, until I have some vague way of conquering power in a spaceship. I have to have a think about that. Good news for me, I've got a week to think about it. Better news for you, I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So I will think of some way to deal with that. But these are good. These are good rooms. I think maybe one might be a hospital, one might be a production room. I can move a lot of these tables somewhere else, and this can be a little more open. Maybe make this into a little more of a dining area or something like that, and a recreation area. I'll have to think about that. I got a whole week to think about this. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Let you guys get on with far more important things to do with the rest of your weekend than this nonsense. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly. I should have been stopped years ago, but here we are. I show up every week. It is the most fun I have all week, and you guys never disappoint. You let me have a great time, and I love that for you. Love that for me, rather. You not. I don't know. You're indifferent on it. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so very much, guys. I will see you next week. Goodbye, and goodbye.